All right, we've arrived at day 5. We're now ready to get clarity on your unique value. I'm going to do a little process type of thing here to help you kind of narrow in on what that is. And one of the things I'm going to share with you in this next slide is at the end of the day, you want to kind of know who you are, what you do, who you do it for, that's your ideal client, what do they want or need, and how do those people change or benefit from what you provide. So as you start to get clarity on your unique value and the answers to these questions, which we're going to walk through, you really want to get it down to kind of that simple. I'm this, I'm a vision warrior, and I help elicit, clarify, and accelerate zombies out of their zombie state to aspiring leaders to their dream vision. That's the value. And then how do I do that? It's not so important. If I know that I can have all of these things, I do have to cover a little bit of how. People, will scrutinize what you're offering. Oh, I do all this, but don't worry about how. Don't misunderstand. But we're going to talk about, again, 90% outcomes. If your messaging and your communication and what you think about in terms of your unique value always goes to how you do it. I work with somebody today, just as late as today. They're talking about their unique infrastructure, their unique way of doing it, their partnership with Google, their all this stuff. Can't articulate why they're doing what they're doing, the vision of where they're really headed, and the value. Maybe they know it, but haven't really embraced it. So that's the key here today is what is your unique value? Let's get some clarity. So we're going to give you an assignment today to do some what we have learned in a couple of the other exercises, some clarifying steps. And clarity step 1, use the list, that brainstorm list of value statements, those 2 pages that you had yesterday. That's the source for your starting point for day 5. Use that list of value statements. Assign a 1 if that value statement is a direct client outcome, something that they receive. Remember, we talked about the first question. What specific things did they get from working with you, from engaging you, from using your product or the value you provide? Assign a number 2 and put them in this category for everything that is what I would call indirect or consequential outcomes, things that happened because they had that initial impact, the follow-on benefits that they received from working with you, or their family received, or their partners received, or the marketplace received. It could be any of the above, but what are those? Assign a 2 to those, and then assign a 3 to those statements that you wrote that said, if they hadn't worked for me, this is what would have happened. Make sure you've got those kind of categorized into that number 3 category. And then 4 is anything you listed on there. And it's not out of bounds to talk about features or functions or how you deliver something. That's maybe part of your value. But that's only 10% of what we want to focus on going forward. But put those down as well. Okay? Then this clarity step number 2 would be to now use that categorized list and craft from that. Look at the ones that when you read those values, they say, that's the one. That's really the one. That's the best theme, if you will, or the best thing that I could say that person got out of my direct involvement in their business or their life. Put that powerful statement down, then craft across all of those 4 categories what it is that your value can be kind of stated as. So play with it a little bit. This is one where you can do some editing and thinking. Again, no points for market speak. Don't lose the client voice in this, okay? Don't play with it to the point where you say, well, okay, my marketing person will approve of this because it would be like copying. That's death, okay? That's never going to resonate with your ideal client. You're really looking for, I hate to even use a term, but it come to my head, so I've got to say it, the dog whistle that your ideal client's going to hear. They're words that other people like your ideal client is going to hear, that are going to say, okay, that's what I've been waiting for. That's what I'm looking for. That's who I want to work with. Okay? So craft that statement, and then clarity step 3 is from these 4 statements in these 4 areas, kind of put that together into a statement that obviously emphasizes the direct value and the benefit, and really conveys the power of working with you and the impact of not working with you and how you do it. But again, 90% of your words and that statement should include the things that are outcomes and not the how. Okay? So that's what we're looking for there. Then we want you to share this statement. I fulfill my purpose. Here's the thing. You're going to take that value, because that value is only valuable fundamentally if it's aligned and helping you focus on your unique reason, your unique vision, and your unique value. And since this is day 5, I want you to kind of bring it together a little bit. So share, I will fulfill my purpose, my why, of blank, and achieve my vision of living in a high-rise in New York City, serving millions of people, changing the lives of, whatever it might be, fill in the blank, by providing this value. This is the value. Your value is what's going to fund your journey. Your why and your reason is going to keep you on the path and keep you going on the right path, and going to attract and be inspirational to your ideal client. But the value you provide and that they ultimately will pay you for is going to be what will keep you and makes it sustainable. The thing is, you can provide a lot of value. You can put yourself in the offering plate, as they say at church, and basically that's great. And what you can do, and you can make an impact. But what better is if you can leverage, if you can take that value and make it bigger and better and impact millions of people and get them to pay you, so that it's not only sustainable, but you can grow it. That makes sense? So that's what we really want to get to at the end of day 5. So that's kind of your assignment. Now let me recap here, because I want you to, again, I don't want to just leave you off here and then say, good luck, Godspeed, check in on the Vision Challenge group, whatever, and just leave it at that. We're at day 5. Not that it's over with. In fact, for many of you, you're already in the Business Growth Network Insiders. You're already connected. Maybe you're in one of my networking groups. Maybe you're connected with us in a different way or different community. That's okay. The reality of it is, if you want to move forward, I want you to kind of understand the journey that you've been on. So you've been on a journey of discovering your unique reason, your unique vision, and then now we've talked about your unique value. And we're trying now to bring that all together. And that value that you should get out of this as you go forward, and again, it doesn't magically happen because we went through this exercise. It really magically happens when you start focusing and acting and waking up every day with the intent of doing something and moving the ball forward towards this triangulated focal point that I'll share you on the next slide. But basically, it gives you more clarity, more confidence, more decisiveness, ability to take action, peace in your mind that I'm doing the right things. I'm getting up in the morning and I'm not wasting my time. I'm not going in a direction that I didn't intend to go. I'm not getting the maximum value out of the hours, because we can't get our hours back. The most valuable resource we have is our time. So what kind of peace and power can it be to that? And ultimately your success. It'll impact your relationships. It'll impact your sales. You go into networking groups. It'll impact your networking groups. It's going to impact your partnering decisions and just your decisions in general, if you know these things. And if you've gone through it and said, well, I'm just starting to ramp up and figure out what this is, that's okay. Don't give up. Keep going. And part of the reason why we've created what we've created is we want you to share your focus. This crafting of this statement, I am my purpose, my vision, my value. Share it with people you work with. Share it with people, your family. talk to them about it, refine it, continue to grow. And we have a Business Growth Network Insiders community that you can be part of, if nothing else, that you can share it with us and we can help you. We can work through it. And again, that whole thing is a not-for-profit thing that we've created to provide exactly that, a community for aspiring leaders, people who want to break out of the zombie horde, to be part of a group that will support them with their unique reason, vision, and value. Okay, that's what that's all about. So again, that focus will change your life. And when we talk about going forward, we want you to be inspirational. We want people to know this is actually, I ripped this off, but I will tell you that Simon Sinek says in everything, he teaches his books and everything else, who I love Simon Sinek, is this is his golden circle. This is what he says is the key. This is his main talk on finding your why. And it talks about the why being what will drive and inspire rather than manipulate the people that you want to have in your sphere of influence, in your community, in your company, in your business, in your market. Your ideal clients is focus in the central area on your why, your unique reason. The thing that came out of hopefully this 5 days that brings you to that point where I know why I'm getting up in the morning. I know the value I provide. I know where I'm headed. And you can communicate that. And then how you do it and what you're doing will take on a whole new life. And it will make you uniquely present in the market you're trying to serve in a way that you never imagined. Even if you're doing something today you think it's just like, I'm just like this other guy. I'm trying to say, well, I'm like this guy, but I'm cheaper or I'm better or whatever. That's nonsense. You are much more than that. And hopefully you've discovered how to inspire that kind of message in what you're doing. Want to talk again, we've mentioned this earlier. Hopefully you've already signed up, but if you haven't, we have a workshop coming on Monday where you can take this. There's 10 things that we think you need to do to move forward quickly and start to expand your market if you're already in marketplace or you're just trying to get all the bits kind of aligned. And that'll be one day. It's not a silver bullet, but it will give you the ability to take action on what you've learned about yourself, about your business, about what you're doing in the Vision Challenge, and take that forward in a fast way. And I just decided, just before I came in here to share this video with you, that I'm going to give you one more offer. And this one is not for everybody. Trust me, right now, there's maybe, of all the people that are on here, maybe 10% are going to be ready. But there are some, I want to put it out there because I'm looking for zombies. Actually, I'm in my book, Vision Warrior, Survive and Thrive in the Zombie Apocalypse. I'm going to feature 7 zombies. Kind of like 7 psychopaths, but I'm going to feature 7 zombies in the course of this book to use you as a very current and real example of how you've taken your unique reason, your unique vision, and your unique value and made it real, and how it's transformed not only you, but those you influence and those you take forward in your business. So I'm looking for those, and for that reason, I'm going to offer what I call the My Vision Warrior Bundle, which includes all the things we've talked about before, plus I'm going to take what is normally my $6,000 12-week transformation campaign, and to 3 people. I can only work with 3 at this price and in this time frame. So there's nothing artificial about this. I know my limitations. I'm going to work with 3 people, and if you want to understand what that looks like, we'll need to have a discussion. But for those 3 people, for $29.97, which is half the price of just working with me for 12 weeks, you can go to my website and check it out today. And I'm going to give that plus the 3 months in the Business Growth Network, Insiders, Growth Playbook Workshop, and 1-hour personal coaching coming into this. All that's already included. But the other thing I want to tell you is, in addition to that, for those people that are going to be working with me probably through September, you'll have my cell phone and we'll be working, and you'll have access to me even beyond that. I'll throw that in as an additional bonus or gift in here, is that we're going to be working very closely together going forward, even past the 12 weeks. So with that, I'm just throwing that out there. Again, it's not for everybody. Not all of you are ready to jump into this, and I understand that's part of why we created the Business Growth Network Insiders, is because I don't want you to feel like, hey, I got to jump into this, spend some money, do something that I didn't want to do. But for whoever's interested, if there is up to three people interested in this, I want you to have this opportunity. So with that, I'm excited. Look forward to seeing you at workshop. Look forward to seeing Business Growth Network Insiders. Look forward to seeing you, continuing to see you in the Vision Challenge engagement group, whatever it is, or if this is where we part ways. God bless you, and I hope that you've benefited from this effort. With that, we're signing off for the Vision Challenge.